Welcome to Rollga.com. I'm Tim, and you're wondering why the contours. Well, it's actually the number one question that I get asked all the time. It's the most obvious. What the big difference is you're going to avoid the spine, you're going to avoid the shoulder blades when you're rolling across the Rollga, so you can really dive down into the erector muscles and really hit the traps where you need to hit them. You're going to come in behind the shoulder blade at a 45-degree angle, which can't be done with other foam rollers. Usually people have to substitute some sort of ball to make that possible for them. Now the next thing is the hips. The hips really tend to lock up for a lot of people. We can stretch the fascia and increase range of motion in the hip, basically by coming in at multiple angles around the hip and rolling right across the joint without bruising. We can also avoid having to get into awkward positions when trying to roll out shin splints, because on the shins we don't want to hit the tibia. We want to avoid the tibia so that we're not running into the bone, again, not causing the bruising. And on the calf, when we get those tight calves that are sometimes involved with shin splints, we can use what we call Rollga Zone 2, which is the top node of one of the ribs, and you can run it right across the gastroc to make sure that you can split and shear. It's called muscle shearing of that gastroc to really loosen it up so it's not so tight and tender. Finally, the very last thing is those angles of pressure that I'm talking about. You can roll across the center of the Rollga, and what you're going to notice is you're going to get 20% pressure coming in at a 90-degree angle and about 40% pressure coming in at two various angles of 45 degrees. And then on the outside contour, which we call Rollga Zone 3, you can roll and get 0% pressure across the 90 degrees, and you can get basically your 50% of your body weight's pressure coming in at two 45-degree angles. So that is the biggest reason for the contours. You can control the way you roll. You can also control the angle at which you're getting pressure. And as you can see here, you can do so much more for muscle shearing, recovery, and restoring the fascia tissue.